Welcome to this ZENworks Service Desk video. In this video, we will highlight some of the new features introduced in the ZENworks Service Desk 8.1 and 8.1.1 releases. Let's start by first accessing the new customer portal. I can access the new customer portal by using the customer portal URL. Or, I can log into the portal by specifying Bob's credentials, who has multiple roles such as customer, technician, or supervisor. I then click the customer link in the home page to access the customer portal. Or I can log in with Allison's credentials, who only has the customer role. By specifying Allison's credentials in the user portal, I will be redirected to the customer portal. After logging into the new customer portal, a newly designed home page is displayed. The new home page includes dashlets, tiles, searches, and various other actionable items. To begin with, I'll start with the redesigned navigation bar that helps me to easily navigate in the portal. I can go directly to the items page or the outages page, or come back to the home page. Alerts are displayed in a marquee design. I can click an alert to view the complete details. There is a prominent search bar which can be used to search any object in the customer portal. For example, if I want to search for the BIM Messenger app in the Store page, I'll select Store from the drop-down option. Type BIM in the text field and press Enter. I will be redirected to the Store page, and the content of the search results that will be displayed will be based on the privileges granted to me. Universal Search in the menu bar enables me to search for any object from any page in the portal. For example, to search for the BIM Messenger app in the Store Self-Help page, click the search icon, select Store from the drop-down, specify BIM, and then press Enter. I will be redirected to the Store page and the search results will be displayed. Now, let's come back to the home page. The home page provides a quick access to all the features in the service desk in the form of tiles. The tiles can be used to access Store, Self-Help, Outages, and to create requests. The description on each title can also be customized in the user portal. The home page also includes a dashboard, which houses dashlets for requests, requests awaiting approval and inputs, quick calls, knowledge base, planned outages, and surveys. The request dashlet lists the requests that are recently updated. All the active requests are displayed on the top. To view a request, I click the required request. I can also right-click and open the request in the new tab. Click View All to view all the requests. The Request Awaiting Approval and Inputs dashlet lists the request that requires my intervention, such as awaiting my input and awaiting my approval. To view a request, I click the required request and click View All to view all the related requests. The icon associated with the requests depicts whether the request is awaiting input or awaiting approval. The Quick Call dashlet lists the quick calls that are available to me. A quick call enables me to log a request swiftly using a predefined template. To create a request, I click the required quick call, specify the details, and then click Create. The Knowledge Base dashlet lists the latest knowledge base content, such as articles, FAQs, and solutions. To view a particular knowledge base genre, I click the drop-down menu and select the required option. To view a knowledge base item, I click that item, and to view all knowledge base items, I click View All. The Planned Outages dashlet lists all the upcoming outages that are planned by my technician. The Survey dashlet lists the surveys that are assigned to me. To take a survey, I click Take Survey. The survey page lists various questions. After providing my input, I then click Submit. In the survey page, I can open another survey that is assigned to me. Now, let's look at the request page. All the requests associated with my account are displayed in this page. The title of the page displays the total number of requests. The table header is frozen in the list view on all pages in order to view the column titles while scrolling the page. Based on requirements, I can filter requests using the filters available in the filter panel. For example, I can filter requests that are created under the hardware category. The filter panel includes two new filter elements: awaiting my approval and awaiting my inputs. Requests that need my approval are tagged with this icon. Requests that need end users' inputs are tagged with this icon. Along with these filters, I can also filter the requests using the newly introduced date filter, located on the right-hand side of the page. Using the date filter, I can filter the requests that were created in the last 7 days, last 30 days, or I can use the custom option to filter requests that were created between any two dates. To add a note to a request, I click this icon, and then click Add Note. If required, I can also add an attachment or add recipients in the Courtesy Copy field. The Services tab include My Services and Service Catalog subtabs. Based on requirements, I can filter services using the filters available in the Filters panel. To view service details of a service, I can click on any service. Along with details, I can also create incident, change, or service requests from the Service Details page. The request creation flow will be explained later in this video. The right-hand side of the page displays requests related to this request. I can click on any related request to view the request details. The Item tab displays the list of items that are available for me. Based on requirements, I can filter items using the filters available in the Filters panel. To view item details, I can click any item. Along with viewing details, I can also create an incident or change request. The request creation flow will be explained later in this video. The right-hand side of the page displays requests related to this item. I can click any related request to view the request details. The Self-Help page includes 4 sub-tabs: Articles, FAQs, Solutions, and All. The All tab displays all the knowledge-based content available to the user. Based on requirements, I can filter knowledge-based content using the filters available in the Filters panel. To view details, I can click any knowledge-base item. In the Details page, I can see details such as classification, created and modified dates, ratings, and the number of views. At the end of the page, I can rate the knowledge base article, FAQ, or solution. The right-hand side of the page displays related knowledge base content. The Outages tab includes 2 sub-tabs, one for outages and another for planned outages. Based on requirements, I can filter outages using the filters available in the Filters panel. To view details, I can click on any outage. In the Details page, I can view the outage details and also view requests that are related to this outage. Along with these filters, I can also filter the planned outages using the newly introduced Date filter, which is located on the right-hand side of the page. Using this filter, I can either view all the planned outages or view planned outages between any 2 specific dates. In the New Customer portal, I can create requests using the New Request tile. The tile content can be customized in the User portal, or I can create a request using the New Request button in the menu bar. or I can create a request from the Service Details page or the Item Details page. Based on requirements, I can create an incident, service, or change request. Depending on my privileges, the number of tiles displayed in the Create New Request page might vary. The content displayed on the tile can be customized in the user portal to better interpret the intent of the request creation. In this video, I'll be creating an incident request. To create an incident request, I click the incident tile. I can either specify the details manually, or I can search for an item to auto-populate the details. In this scenario, I'll search for the PM-Win10 item. As soon as I select the item, the related details are auto-populated, and I can specify other details, such as subject and description. I then click Create. After creating a request, if any solution is available that matches the item type, a description of a proposed solution is displayed. To view the solutions, I click View Proposed Solutions. The solutions are listed based on relevance, and I simply click a solution entry to view its contents. In the solution page, I can view the solution details, ratings, and number of views. If this solution provides me the required resolution, I can go ahead and rate the solution, and then resolve the request by clicking Resolve Request. As soon as I resolve the request, the navigation takes me to the Request List page, where I can see that the request is in the closed state. By following similar steps, I can create service and change requests. Now, let's move to the new features that are introduced in the user portal. From this release onwards, as an administrator, I can make the item selection an optional field or hide it from end users by using the Items in Request privilege. Using this privilege, I can select the Hide option, which enables end users to create a generic request. In the user portal, a new user-friendly feature is introduced to simplify information gathering user dynamic forms. I can associate these dynamic forms with quick calls to gather the required information from end users. To access the dynamic form, I log into the user portal using my supervisor credentials. In this scenario, Bob is the supervisor. In the Home tab, I click Dynamic Form. To create a dynamic form in the Dynamic Forms page, I'll click New. For easier understanding, I'll use an existing form that I previously created. After adding a radio button to the form, a dialog box opens. In this dialog box, I'll specify the label and, depending on my requirements, I can add values as well as customize the button by defining other parameters. I can also designate this button as a child component by defining that condition. In this example, I'll define this button as a follow-up question for an existing radio button. To do this, I go to the Conditional tab, select True. As I want to enable the conditional option, select the parent question, and then select when the follow-up question should be displayed. I want the follow-up question to be displayed if an end user selects Yes. I'll then save my changes. Similarly, I'll add another follow-up question. This time I'll add a text field. I'll label the text field and also add a condition. If a user selects No, this field will be displayed. I can also use other functionalities that are available in the dynamic form, such as reordering, copying, removing, and editing the form components. Similarly, you can add form components. After completing the form design, I click Save. After the form is created, I can associate the form with a quick call. I can associate the dynamic form while creating a quick call, or associate it to a quick call that is already created. In this scenario, I'll associate the form to a quick call that is already created. To associate the form, I open the quick call and click Edit. In the Dynamic Form field, I associate the required form with the quick call. After associating the dynamic form with the quick call, I click Save and Done. To use the form that was associated with the quick call, I open the customer portal and then create a new request. In the Create Request page, I can view the list of quick call templates and select the quick call to which the form was associated. The associated form is displayed along with other fields. To create a request, I specify all details and then click Create. This is my request number. To view the details provided by the end user, I log into the user portal, click Operations, Incident, and then open the request. As a technician, I can add a note to a request and also request more information from the customer by using the Additional Information Required from Customer checkbox. In this example, I need some log files from the customer. To do this, I open the request and click Add Note. In the Add Note window, I specify that I need system logs and then select the Additional Information Required from Customer checkbox and click Add Note. A badge icon for awaiting information from customer is associated with the request. The same badge can be viewed in the customer portal. Now, to show how this works, I open the request as the customer, click Add Note, attach the required log files, and then click Add Note. As soon as I add the note, the flag is cleared automatically in both the user and customer portals. If required, as a technician, I can request more information from the customer by adding a note and enabling Additional Information Required from Customer. If information is no longer needed from my customer, I then go back to the note that I added and clear the flag by adding a note and selecting the Clear Need Information from the Customer checkbox. From this release onwards, I can import ZENworks device group into the Service Desk. To import the device group, I have to go to ZENworks Import and then select the Import Device Groups checkbox. After importing the device group, I will be able to promote and assign the store item using device groups. Here, I'll use an existing Office 365 store item. I'll open and edit the store item. By default, Windows Bundle extension is associated with this item. I'll enable the extension override option and select Device Group Extension as my effective extension. With this change, I'll be able to select the device group from the list. Similarly, I can also include effective extension while promoting the store item. In the Find Device Group panel, I can search for a device group and select the required device group and then save my changes. Now, as a customer, I'll go to the customer portal and search for Office 365 in Store. After opening the store item, I select the target device and create a request. When I go to the user portal, I can see the new request and notice that the status of the request is awaiting Item Manager approval. In this scenario, Allison will be our line manager. I'll access the customer portal using Allison's credentials. This request is added in the Requests Awaiting Approval and Inputs Dashlet. I open the request and then approve it by adding a note. As a technician, when I check the request, it is in the resolve state. After approval, the device is added to the group, which can be verified in the ZENworks Control Center. All bundle and policies associated with this group will be assigned to the device. The next feature is automated provisioning of an OS deployment bundle using the ZENworks Service Desk Store feature. In this scenario, I have used a pre-boot imaging bundle as the OS deployment bundle. I create a Take Image bundle, which is a pre-boot bundle that takes an image of the device. I have already imported this bundle to Service Desk and promoted it as a store item. I'll now log into the customer portal as an end user and then search for and open the store item. I select the target device and create a request to take an image of the selected device. After creating the request, this also needs the line item manager's approval. Allison is our line item manager, so the request is approved by Allison. After approval, the bundle gets assigned to the target device, which I can verify in ZENworks Control Center. I can also see that imaging work has been assigned to the device. At the same time, as an end user, I will get an email message with some actions to be performed. The message can be customized using the email template in the user portal. Now, after rebooting my device, the imaging work will be assigned to the target device. Based on customers' feedback, the following features are introduced. In the store workflow with Line Manager Approval lifecycle, a new state, Line Manager Approval, is included. Now I can designate any category, such as hardware and software, as a service. This enables my customers to create service requests for hardware and software items. A soft restriction on closing group requests is introduced. With this feature, when I try to close a group request, a warning message is displayed. If I click OK in the message, then all the associated requests will be closed. Resizable text area is introduced, which enables me to provide detailed comments or notes on requests. I can resize the text area during editable and non-editable modes. I can also view the text area in the full screen mode. A new privilege, Restricted to Team, is introduced. This privilege is a child of View All Request. Restricted to Team is displayed only when View All Request is enabled. As a technician, when I enable the Restricted to Team privilege, I will be able to view requests that are associated to my team. By disabling the Restricted to Team privilege, I can view all the requests in the system depending on the process assigned to me. From this release onwards, as a technician, I can add the default domains for user groups in Active Directory Advanced Setup Configuration. Using this feature, I can assign any domain to the user group. Now, adding a note while closing a request is an optional field. Also, a placeholder is introduced in the login screen to add welcome text or legal text. Using this feature, I can add customized text in the login screen using the customization feature. For more information, see the ZENworks Service Desk documentation page. Thanks for watching.